Vikings won but finished 2-8 on the season. 3 years later, the number 8 ranked Tennessee High Vikings are 8-1, looking ahead to the postseason on a 9-game winning streak. South comes in. They're in the playoffs at 5-4, but they have lost 2 of their last 3. Of course, those were to Greenville and Elizabethton, which were last week. Rebels are led by Julian Reed, who's went over 1,000 yards. But, again, he's missed some games and just now working his way back in. Tennessee High spreads the ball around. Tennessee High doesn't have a lot to play for tonight, but I still think they'll win. I think it'll be close, 36-28.
Joe, I think you're probably right, and apparently I'm getting hypothermia. I was thinking ahead to the possible matchup with Union when I said Powell Valley and Appalachia. I don't know where that came from. I knew it made complete sense in my head, just the wrong thing came out. But with that game, I think South's going to give them a game, but I'm not really sure that they're going to have enough to hold off Tennessee High.
All righty, as we go on down the road just a little bit, a game that I think the clock is already running. Elizabethton is at Sullivan Central. No matter what happens tonight, the Cougars are an improved team. Of course, they won 2 games this year. They've finished 3-7 back in 2014. Elizabethton, though, they are 9-0. They're the top-ranked team in the 4A for Tennessee. I think they're going to finish things tonight. I think, again, this game will not be close. I've got, of course, Will Nottingham. You have to give a shout-out to him. He's led the Cougars in pass-happy offense. He's actually one of the top passers in Northeast Tennessee, but it's not going to matter, Chris. I think they win 49-6.
Yeah, and this is Elizabethton has a shot tonight for their first 10-0 season since, I want to say, 51, 55. So at some point in the 1950s, and that completely shocks me. As good of teams as Elizabethton's had over the years and superstars that have gone through there, Jason Witten and company. But I think they'll get the job done tonight.
All right. Our third member, Mr. Emery, do you think that Elizabethton will knock off Sullivan Central tonight?
Yes.
Dynamite drop in by Mr. Emery. All right, so as we go around the Northeast Tennessee, Greenville is at Sullivan East. Sullivan East picked, again, they were actually, they picked up their first win last week against Sullivan North. Of course, that's the Patriots' only win for this year. They're taking on a Greenville team that is 7-2. Their 2 losses have been by combined 5 points. Of course, Mason Hayworth sparks that Patriot offense. Again, he ran for 127 yards against the Raiders in getting that win. But, Chris, Drew Gregg is going to lead the Green Devils at quarterback. It's not going to be close. Greenville blast Sullivan East 56-6.
I really think that the East win streak is going to end at 1, and they'll have to start again. And it probably might be a couple more years until they beat Sullivan North one more time.
Basketball season begins at Sullivan East at the stroke of midnight tonight. All right, a couple other games from around Northeast Tennessee. Dobbins-Bennett coming off that 23-17 loss to Alcoa last week. To Science Hill. They travel to Alcoa tonight. Chris, I think it'll be a close game, but I think Alcoa will get the win 35-28.
You actually sound a little more confident than I am. There's something in the water down there around Maryville and Alcoa. They always just produce powerhouses, and they never rebuild. They just reload. I could see this being a 2 or 3 touchdown game. I took Alcoa, so I hope I'm wrong, but you never know.
Larry and Andy trying to catch up. They said roll tide.
Roll Tide?
Yep. Which actually should have been Tribe, but they said Tide. Again, they're pretty far out of it. Anyway, they say that it's going to be a Tribe win, 32-28. I believe you got somebody with you.
We do. We got some Gate City students coming up. Guys, tell us your names. Tell us a prediction for the game tonight.
My name's Dominic Valley, and I predict it's going to be 42-31, Gate City.
Gate 42-31. So far, everybody's picking Gate City again.
My name's Zach Hill, and I predict that it's going to be 53-29, Gate City.
53-29. They're going to be lighting up the scoreboard. Anybody else? Everybody's turning and running away from me. I'm not sure if it's me or the radio.
Well, could be a little bit of both. So, as we go through Northeast Tennessee, I think one of the best games of the night could be Daniel Boone at Cherokee. Daniel Boone, off that emotional win, 28-20 in the Musket Bowl over Davy Crockett. They go to Cherokee senior night. Colin Trent is back, and he is healthy. I know that I went back and forth on this game, but I do think Boone, anybody can beat Crockett like that. I think they got to give them an edge. I've got them getting the win, 34-32 in a good game at Cherokee.
I think this one's going to be really close. I think Cherokee is a team that plays well at home. They kind of struggle on the road. So being in Rogersville is going to play to Cherokee's favor. I almost took Cherokee in this game because I've got to make up some ground on you guys. But I think Boone, now that they're healthy, is just a little bit too much for the Chiefs.
Yep. Larry and Andy also went with the upset there. Of course, wouldn't be surprised. And again, Colin Trent is back for the Chiefs. Sullivan South, again, at Tennessee High. Happy Valley at South Green. Happy Valley with a win. They'll be the number 1 seed. I believe that they will beat and knock off Sullivan or South Green on the road. Sullivan North is at Cloudland, taking on the Highlanders on top of the mountain. North this year has played well on the road. Going to Cloudland, though, I'm going to call for the upset. I'm giving Cloudland the win over the Raiders on the mountain. I think, again, a team that lost to East last week. They've been so up and down. I just don't think they're consistent enough to win. I've got them in a close one, 34-32.
Well, this is one game I'll make up on you then, because I really don't see any way Cloudland can compete with the Sullivan North offense. Cloudland's just not been a very good team this year. North, again, been up and down. Plus, this is one of those teams kind of backwards from my normal philosophy. North's on the road. I'm picking them to win.
So, of course, I think there's snow already on top of the mountain, so that may play into it as well. All right, lastly, in Northeast Tennessee, Unicoi County at Johnson County. Johnson County started off the season as one of the better defensive teams. However, two of their three linebackers are out now. They gave up 43 points to Cloudland last week. Unicoi County comes in. They were upset by Volunteer. Unicoi County has to win tonight. I think they do. I give Unicoi County the win on the road. It won't be close, 35-21.
You've been incredibly high on the Johnson County defense this year, and this is another one of those games that could go either way. So, as I normally do, when in doubt, I take the home team. Give me the Longhorns.
Longhorns, he says. All right, so that's Northeast Tennessee here. It's right around almost 6 o'clock. We'll take another quick break. Again, a lot of people coming in here now, again, getting ready for the Alumni Appreciation Night, Senior Night. Seniors, I mean, again, we have to say a lot to say about these band members, these cheerleaders, again, these football players, and we'll have a lot more here in just a few minutes. So you're listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports here on the James River Advisors pregame show. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
2 out of every 3 people will need an assisted living community at some point in their life. We here at Elmcroft of Johnson City want to help to guide you through the process and decisions and believe in you as a person, not as a number. If you do have questions and want to be treated with the value you deserve, we invite you to call or come to our location for a free, no-obligation tour and meal. To schedule a tour, call us today at 423-282-0280. That's 423-282-0280. We are located at 406 East Mountain View Road in Johnson City. You can check us out on the web at elmcroft.com. Elmcroft of Johnson City is an Eclipse senior living community.
You are listening to the home of Blue Devil Sports. This is Gate City Sports Radio.
We're back here at Legion Field at the pregame, could we call it a tailgate party? I finally managed to corral a couple other people. Folks, I'm going to ask you your names, the year you graduated, and then let you give us a prediction on the game tonight. So who are we talking to?
My name's Tyler, graduated 2008. I'm going to say Gate City by 7. I think they're going to be ready to play. I think they're going to come out. Offense going to be rolling. I think Gate City by 7.
Okay, and you played here at Gate City. What position did you play?
Running back.
Running back in 07, Joe. So we've had 70, 74, 77. Now 07 has come up and talked to us. We appreciate you coming by.
All right, again, like I said, the crowd is starting to form, a lot of them for senior night, for parents' night. Again, they are lining up. The Gate City is on the field right now, of course, warming up. Wise Central has now made their way on the field. Now, we're going to go till about maybe almost 6:30. Then we'll go off the air, get set up in our normal spot up there in the press box, and then we'll have the remaining portion of our pregame show and get you ready for Wise Central and Gate City. So, let's go around Southwest Virginia while we've got a lag in the action. J.I. Burton is at Rye Cove. J.I. Burton has won 6 straight games by double digits. In other words, the Raiders are rolling. Rock Cove's won 4 games this season, which hats off to them. However, they're going to be looking at a buzzsaw in the Raiders, which are coming in. The Raiders should win, and they win big. I've got them winning 49-18.
Yeah, Rock Cove, they have had a decent season based off their recent history, but I still don't have a lot of confidence in them. I think Burton's going to take this one.
Again, Mason Harden leads Rock Cove, 852 rushing yards, 236 passing yards. He's got 88 total points. But again, as you said, I believe that J.I. Burton will take out Rock Cove. Emory, what do you think? Rock Cove or J.I. Burton?
I'm going to go with Rock Cove. Go Eagles.
Rock Cove pulling for the upset at home. Nice. In Clinchport, they'll be dancing in the streets if Emory is right. All right, so staying in the Cumberland District, a key matchup. Thomas Walker is at home playing Twin Springs. Thomas Walker came off that loss last week. Eastside, I mean, they took them out to the woodshed 37-12. That, again, was their first loss to a VHSL opponent. Getting so cold here. Anyway, Kenny Ball, he's got over 1,000 yards rushing for Tom Walker, 164 receiving yards. Zach Kidwell has 905 passing yards. But, you take a look at what Coach Warner's done at Twin Springs. They play hard. They've got 4 wins on the season as well. I think this game is closer than the experts think. Thomas Walker, though, I think, has got just a little bit more and win at home, 35-26.
Joe, I've got a couple more Blue Devils here that want to give a prediction on the game tonight. Gentlemen, what's your name?
Brett McDonald.
Parker Jenkins.
Guys, what are your predictions for the score?
49-7, Gate City.
41-32, Gate City.
So everybody pretty much, thank you guys, everybody's got Gate City scoring in the 40s tonight, Joe. They're looking for a high offensive output.
They've played extremely well here at home, and they've played good offense, especially here at Legion Field. So, Emory, forgot to bring you in on this one. What do you think, Twin Springs or Tommy Walker?
Tommy Walker.
Tom Walker gets the win at home down in Ewing, Virginia. Ball game here in the Mountain 7. We've seen these teams the last couple weeks. John Battle travels to Ben-Hur to take on Lehigh. John Battle, of course, won that game last year, 20-14. That was played over in Bristol. Lehigh, which, again, they finished last season with 6 straight losses. They're coming in this one. They've not won a game all year. The Generals have allowed 106 points in their past 2 games, and they've not allowed less than 41 points in a game all season. Since John Battle dropped that 9-7 heartbreaker to Marion, they've been outscored by 47 points a game. Game goes back and forth. A gutty John Battle team goes on the road and gets a win tonight. I've got them winning 20-19.
Yeah, I think Battle will take this one. Lehigh I want to call them Sullivan East. I think Battle will take care of this one. Battle really impressed me last week. They came out with a solid game plan, and they were executing it. I think Gay City just finally wore them down in the second half, but Battle's really not that bad of a team.
Again, John Battle, if they didn't have those injuries, we talked about them as one of the possible sleepers to start the season. Emory, John Battle's at Lehigh. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Lehigh.
He's going for the upset, Lehigh, as Chris has got somebody else cornered.
Well, I don't have anybody yet, but guys, there's a rule. If you're going to cut the cake, you got to give us your name, the year you graduated, and a prediction on the score for tonight.
Cody Davidson, 2011, and 31-24.
See, 31-24, and?
Dustin Clark, 2011. Gate City wins. No prediction.
No predictions on the score. So, again, though, the high offensive output theme's continuing for tonight.
Gate City, Y Central. Again, we've got kickoff here just about 55 minutes. So, really quick, we'll go through the rest of our Southwest Virginia predictions. Marion is at Virginia High. Virginia High, I think they're going to be winless this year. Marion, even though they've been beat up, and again, they've up and down. Tanner Tate is a good quarterback for them. I've got them edging Virginia High in Bristol 24-20.
Yeah, we haven't seen Virginia High this year. Marion, they didn't look that particularly powerful, but based off what I've seen for the scores, I think they'll probably come out on top. But this one, somebody's got to score eventually, so I'll give Marion the go-ahead in this one.
If Marion can right the ship a little bit, we just caught them in a buzzsaw on homecoming night. All right. Emory, do you think the Marion Scarlet Hurricanes or the Virginia High Bearcats?
I think the Virginia